Hi, I am Nidhi, a parent and an educator. There are many good reasons that why we need to read to our children as a parent. We need to read to them to love books, to love words, to enjoy reading, to become lifelong learners. Reading not only enhances the oral skills of our children, but it gives them amazing comprehension and analytical skills. And above all, it equips our children with the ability to read independently and explore the gamut of information available both in physical books and in the online world. Today, in this video, I'm going to share some really important tips that how, as a parent, you need to read to your child. Let's get started. Brown bear, what do you see? I see a red bird looking at me. Start reading to your children as early as possible. There's no right time. Some parents even choose to read to their children while their child is in the womb. If you cannot do that, please start reading to your child the moment your child is born. Start with high contrast picture books when your child is an infant and move to thick board books once your child is a toddler. I'm a Frog by Mo Willems. Ribbit, ribbit, ribbit. Piggy? Ribbit, ribbit, ribbit. What are you doing, Piggy? I'm a frog. Be regular. Read to your children every day, consistently, without missing a single day. Surprise! Surprise! Oh, there's an egg. Goodbye. Goodbye. Oh, I see. There's another egg. When I'm reading, there shouldn't be any distraction. No mobile, no television, no iPad, no computer, no laptop. When I am reading, they are listening. Read to your children with complete attention, and focused reading should be the mantra. There shouldn't be any distractions while you are reading to your child. And when I say distractions for you and your child, both. So keep your reading time completely distraction free. Before you start reading a book, always bring your child's attention to the cover page of the book. Read the title of the book, highlight the name of the author and illustrator of the book. Encourage your child to think about the feelings and emotions which have been expressed on the cover page of the book. Ask questions like, what do they think this book can be about? Oh, I can see something on the cover page. What are these? What do you think they are feeling? This would really help them think creative and also voice their opinions. Why are you squirting a box? Encourage your child to think what will happen next. Help them learn how to predict what may happen next. This would not only keep your child's interest intact in the entire reading process, but will also help them work on predicting what is coming next. Ask them questions. Encourage them to respond to your questions. This would keep your child's interest in reading completely focused, and you would also know how much the child has been able to comprehend so far. So always encourage questions during the beginning, the middle, and the end of the story. Ask them what happened in the beginning, what happened in the middle of the story, what happened at the end of the story. This is really very important for you as a parent to understand that whether your child has been able to comprehend the story well or not, and where you need to help your child further. Then Sadako was a school child. She was always chosen as a runner of a relay at an athletic meet. Stop and explain. Whenever you come across words which you think your child might not be able to understand or comprehend well, use visual clues or the picture clues to explain your child. try to break the word into simple sentences so that your child can understand easily. Always encourage your child to stop you if they do not understand a sentence or a word. And at that very point of time, please explain the meaning of that word to your child. This would really help your child enhance his or her vocabulary skills and comprehend the story much better. We reach the railway station. "Here you are," announces Sardarji. He gives me a piece of juicy sugarcane. "Thank you," I say. Always bring in some voice modulation when you're reading a book to your child. In case you cannot do too much voice modulation, it's absolutely fine. But bring in some change in the loudness or softness of voice when you're reading about different characters. In between somewhere, bring in some loud noise, some soft voice, or something to identify a particular character. This would really encourage your child to look forward to what's coming next in the story. So please keep interest of the child by bringing in voice modulation. "Well, then what can I do?" asked Raghu, dejected. "What's the point of his being here if I can't fly and fight Rakshasas?" he thought. Always get feedback from your child. What your child enjoyed or disliked the most in the story. This really helps them share their opinion and preferences. Not only this, it also helps them build their oral language skills. So always ask at the end of the book that what they liked and disliked the most in the book. Which character they associated themselves in the book. What is something which was very familiar in the book? What is something which they liked in that book, or with something which they had not known about earlier, which they got to learn about after reading the book? These questions would really help your child introspect and think, and also share their preferences and opinions about a particular book or a story. In case you're reading a chapter book, you can do this exercise at the end of every chapter while reading it to your child. In case if it is a short story, you can do at the end of the story. So once again, I reiterate that always ask for feedback from your child. Mammals like cats, squirrels, and horses come in all shapes and sizes, but their skeletons follow the same design as yours. Every animal's bones are made to suit its special needs. Always let your child select the book they want to read. Give them independence to make choices, to select their very own book. It may happen that they may ask for the same picture book or a favorite book over and over again, but that's absolutely fine. Over the time, it would change and they would shift from that favorite book to another book. But let your child decide and select the book he or she wants to read. "Come on, Thata," begged to Bala. Raghu Thata walked past the temple tower and the flower sellers with Bala trailing along. Introduce guest speakers. Whenever your child's grandparents are visiting, or any aunt for that matter, or any uncle, please encourage guest speaker to read to your child to bring in some variety. Not only people visiting your house, but if you have an elder child in the house, encourage your elder child to read it to the younger child. In case some of your child's friends are visiting home or you are visiting them, encourage each child to read and discuss amongst themselves. Read stories, what they like, discuss topics or books, what they've enjoyed the most, something which they did not like. This would not only enhance their social skills but would also encourage them to get involved in discussions with their peers. This would further lead to enhancement of their language skills and presentation skills, and also sharing their own thoughts and opinions while accommodating other people's thought and opinion. Light travels in straight lines called rays. When the rays hit something that they can't shine through, the light is blocked and a dark shadow forms on the other side. Always encourage your children to ask questions and build connection in their real lives. Let them question, let them discover, let them find out what are the answers to that particular question. So whenever your children are reading books, try to encourage them to build connections with what they read to their real life experiences. If possible, help them do an activity based on the book what they read. If they read something in non-fiction or about science, help them complement that learning with an experiment which they can do using simple things available at home. I hope these tips were useful enough for you to read to your child. Please do put them into practice and you can see your child progress and continue reading. If you're visiting my channel for the first time, please do not forget to hit the bell button, subscribe to my channel and like and share my videos with other fellow parents whom you think can benefit with these videos.